do you think, looking back on that season, so last season, was one of the biggest misconceptions of the Indiana Fever? Like, maybe it was like locker room stuff. I feel like early on,
oh my
like,
gosh, there was so much locker room talk. Oh my gosh, her body language, she was not happy. She hates this entire squad.
This situation goes far beyond a single bad opinion or one controversial moment. According to the narrative being presented, it was the result of a long-running conflict surrounding one of the WNBA's biggest new stars, and eventually the league decided enough was enough. In this video, we'll examine what allegedly happened behind the scenes, the backlash that followed, the attempts at damage control, and the reasons many believe it ultimately cost Sheryl Swoopes her broadcasting role. Long before the recent controversy surrounding her broadcasting work, Sheryl Swoopes had already faced criticism during other stages of her career.
While people in the Fever, we're like, y'all.
That's not my point. There's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some new shit going on around there.
It's a lot. Yeah. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't want to be here. This is where I want to be.
Her accomplishments as a Hall of Fame player secured her place among the WNBA's pioneers. Critics point to a series of professional disputes after her playing days that they believe reveal a pattern of ongoing issues. Concerns about Swoopes' leadership reportedly surfaced during her tenure at Loyola University Chicago. In 2016, she was dismissed as head coach following a significant player exodus that drew widespread attention.
That year, I was like, I forgot, we were like doing something. We had something. I was like, hey, I just want to say, I'm like really upset that you like did what you did in that Final Four game. I was like, I feel like I just need to get it off my chest because like we are teammates, but I'm like, you didn't have to do all that. Like you did not have to go for 40 on our dome. Like, girl, we could have just had fun. But after that, it was like cool because obviously now we're on the same team, so you don't worry about that. But I always thought it was funny because I'm like, we just went from competing against each other, you beating us, and now we're on the same team. It's like, I was like, girl, it's okay, I get it. I'm not mad at you for real, but I am. Because like, why would you do that?
The vast majority of returning players in a single season raised serious questions about the state of the program and whether deeper problems existed behind the scenes. Former Loyola player Kate Sohn was among those who publicly criticized Swoopes' coaching style.
Did the thing, made the joke, moved on. That's really what it is.
And then you kind of just move on. You're like, listen, we're on the same team now, so let's whoop some butt. Let's do it.
Comments suggested that athletic greatness does not automatically translate into coaching success, and she portrayed Swoopes as someone who often found herself surrounded by controversy wherever she went. Additional former players described what they viewed as a difficult and emotionally unstable environment.
Do compliment each other. And I hear you that it takes time, but like, what do you think it is about each of your games that works well? Like, mostly in the pick and roll. We'll talk pick and roll.
I think honestly, one, like Caitlin, the attention she gets, right? Like teams are like up. Like if they're under and dropped, that shot's going up. Because I'm gonna set a good screen, that shot's going up and she's getting it. And then it's like, okay, well, now I'm gonna step up. And she's just a phenomenal passer. Like her angles, like she knows exactly where to.
Ranged from scholarship threats to inappropriate personal disclosures, fueling criticism that Swoopes struggled to make the transition from elite player to effective mentor and leader. One of the most frequently discussed examples involved former player Lauren Hibbert.
The way she sees the floor, I think, is great. And then for me, it's always like, I'm always going to get in her pocket because I know that she's looking to pass that ball and she wants to get us in the best position. And so for me, it's like, okay, well, I'm looking at your eyes. So once I see your eyes, I'm there. You don't have to say anything, I'm going.
According to her account, she was encouraged to sign a medical hardship form that effectively ended her playing career, while being led to believe she would remain involved with the team in another capacity.
Quote-unquote Caitlin Clark effect is definitely real. I think we all feel it in our unique ways.
100%.
Yeah, how did you experience it? Like, I know early on you talked about logging off social media. Like, what did you just learn in that period of time? And by the way, the social media aspect is not Caitlin's fault.
No.
So it's like, but what did you learn just like in that period of time?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Caitlin. They love watching Caitlin. And so I think that just brings so much eyes. And I think for our league, that's great. Like, that is great for us. You have so many people coming in, they're watching. Like I always say, like, they might come in for Caitlin and they leave and they're like, dang, this girl's a hooper too.
Yeah.
Oh, I like her. Like,
you're seeing it
hear
in
so many people say it. You
viewership.
hear, like, everyone says it. And I think you just kind of embrace.
When that expectation reportedly fell apart, the situation became part of the broader complaints that ultimately contributed to Swoopes' departure.
Well, a lot of it too can be people that are trolling, a lot of people that are talking. But for me, it's like, I am someone that already puts so much pressure on myself. And so for you to come in and tell me like, dang, you're like the worst post I've ever seen in my life. It's like, you know what? Hear me out. I'm going to leave. Yeah. You can stay. I'm going to exit.
Critics argue that similar behavior resurfaced years later in her comments regarding Caitlin Clark. During a widely discussed appearance on Gil's Arena, Swoopes came under scrutiny for several statements about Caitlin Clark. Critics highlighted inaccuracies regarding Clark's college career and shooting volume, arguing that these mistakes unfairly minimized the accomplishments of one of women's basketball's fastest rising stars.
Hey, there's a lot of things. What kind of things you've said?
I'm not in the locker room.
Okay, okay, but
I'm talking about more social media.
Okay,
it's a turn. It's a turn, right? It's really a turn of the tides.
Well,
right.
Gil, here's my point. The beginning of the year, right? Everybody saw.
Many observers were equally focused on Swoopes' tone when discussing Clark's record-breaking achievements. Her skepticism about certain milestones and her doubts regarding Clark's immediate WNBA impact led critics to argue that her comments reflected more than simple analysis, fueling claims that she was consistently dismissive of Clark's success. Supporters of Clark viewed these moments as part of a larger pattern rather than isolated incidents. To them, the controversy revealed a tendency to react negatively when others achieved major success.
Gosh, oh my gosh, there was so much locker room talk, and
everybody I talked to were like, we vibe, we're good.
I was like, what are we talking about? Like, it's so easy for people to just make all these assumptions. Some people are like, oh my gosh, her body language, she was not happy, she hates this entire squad. I don't know, sometimes when you have a bad game personally, that takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
It's 100%. Not that you don't like the team, it's not you, but that takes a toll on you. Every single night we come out, we want to play good. And so like all the time there were locker room talks. I forgot what was the conversation one time. I woke up from my nap, getting ready to go to pregame. People are like, oh, they hate each other, they hate each other. We walked in the locker room, we're like, girl, you good?
Yeah.
I'm like, I just woke up. I can tell you what's happening right now, but all I know is we about to hoop. At 7 p.m.
As criticism intensified, that perception followed Swoopes into her broadcasting work with the Dallas Wings, where many believed the ongoing backlash eventually became impossible to ignore. The controversy surrounding the Dallas Wings broadcasts quickly expanded beyond Caitlin Clark alone.
When people get into this whole talking about what they think our locker room is like and what they think, I'm like, first of all, you're not in here.
No.
So you have no idea. And also, we're professionals. So if we want you to see something, you'll happily see it. If we don't, I guarantee you, you would never know there's a single problem. Why? Because that's none of your business, and we have more priorities, and that's winning.
As criticism mounted, several influential figures within the basketball community publicly weighed in, creating a situation that brought even more attention to Swoopes and intensified the scrutiny surrounding her role. Among the most notable critics was Stephen A. Smith, who openly challenged Swoopes' handling of Clark discussions on national television. Smith argued that Clark's impact on the Indiana Fever was too significant to overlook and suggested that repeatedly downplaying her contributions reflected poorly on someone with Swoopes' basketball knowledge and experience. The pressure didn't stop there. Nancy Lieberman, who had both professional and personal ties to Swoopes, reportedly confronted her directly about several controversial comments.
You learn from it.
It's like, we say it all the time in our season now, like, margin of error is so small, but when you're going up against a squad that has vets that have been in playoffs, that have won, it's like they know exactly what to do.
Did you feel a jump in
there was a jump in intensity and energy.
Isn't it crazy?
It's insane. Like the very first game when we played against Connecticut, like it was close, and then they kind of they took it and they ran with it. And then the second game, it was like we were right there. Like we were right there. And then I feel like their
conversation created further tension and contributed to a growing divide between the two former colleagues. The aftermath proved particularly damaging. Lieberman eventually became part of the Dallas Wings broadcast team, a development many observers viewed as symbolic of the shifting perceptions surrounding Swoopes' credibility and standing within basketball media circles. These public disputes extended well beyond social media debates.
Honestly, I think if we had brought it back to Indy, we were gonna get it. No, we were, because we had just beat them at home. So it's still one of those that's like, dang, if we could have just got us that third game, I think we really would have came out and just went bananas. But I think it was a great experience for us. And obviously, like this year now too, we're like, listen, playoff run, like we need that. You feel it now. You're like, I need more.
Voices within the sport openly question someone's professionalism. Organizations inevitably pay attention. For critics of Swoopes, the mounting controversies reinforced concerns that her presence was becoming more problematic than beneficial for the brand she represented. Many observers viewed the next development as a decisive turning point.
It's a lot of change.
Yes.
You have a coaching change.
Yep.
You have it's a big free agency year for you guys. And really overnight, what that big free agency year was, or big change was expectations change.
Yes.
So you guys went from like this up and coming, where it's like you're getting to know each other, to now it's like, oh, they could win the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was the experience of essentially becoming like, instead of being the hunter, you're now the hunted?
Yeah, it's crazy, but I feel like it was definitely expected.
Only absent from Fever-related broadcasts, but was also missing entirely from the Dallas Wings' announced broadcast lineup for the following season, a move that fueled widespread speculation about her future in sports media. Many observers viewed the next development as a decisive turning point.
Added in Caitlyn, right? And everybody's like, oh, like they're gonna be this, and this. And now everybody's like, oh, you know what? We're gonna prove you wrong. Like, hell no. Like, that's how it is. And then this year too, obviously we go in the free agency and everybody's like, yeah, like they got, for us, we always think like you have to approach every season with like, we're winning this whole season. So that was our mindset. And I think when you look at expectations, once again, expectations come from everyone outside. Cause like in our circle, we know exactly what we want to do. We also understand that it's a process. We understand that new faces, new coaches, like different style play for people joining us. It's like people need time to figure it out once again. But when you do figure it out, it's going to.
Swoopes was not only absent from Fever-related broadcasts but was also missing entirely from the Dallas Wings' announced broadcast lineup for the following season, a move that fueled widespread speculation about her future in sports media. According to critics, the decision reflected broader concerns than simply protecting Caitlin Clark.
It's definitely been a struggle, but I think just at the start of the season too, like, you know, you have your start of the season meetings and you're talking, and for us it was about, listen, like no matter what happens in the season, it's next woman up and you have to be ready. And I feel like obviously struggling with injuries, and then, you know, you sign people and then they leave, and it's like, listen, like whoever's next, be ready to play, because it doesn't matter, like the games still keep coming, like you.
They argue it was about maintaining the organization's image and ensuring a positive viewing experience. As women's basketball continued attracting larger audiences, ongoing controversies and factual disputes became increasingly difficult for networks to overlook. Then came a surprising shift. After months of criticism and heated debate, Swoopes appeared publicly praising both Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, creating a stark contrast with many of her earlier comments.
Specific to Caitlin being on the floor, off the floor, and I saw you talk on your own podcast about like the spacing and how different it is. But when you're entering a game, like your mental prep, how does it change? Because it's two different systems essentially.
That sudden change in tone was met with immediate skepticism online. Fans flooded social media with reactions questioning whether the praise was genuine, with many suggesting it represented an attempt to distance herself from the controversy that had followed her throughout the previous year. Even Stephen A. Smith commented on the reversal, arguing that the criticism surrounding Swoopes stemmed from the perception that her earlier reluctance to acknowledge Clark's achievements felt personal rather than purely analytical. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever continued building momentum.
Honestly, like when C is on the floor, I'm like, listen, be ready to run, be ready to get out, be ready, because she's looking, she's looking, going. She wants to play fast, super early in the offense, and like we do that too as well here. But I think sometimes too now without her, like we can get into like a little more half court execution, make the defenses work a little bit harder, first side, second side, third side, and then I think when you have like Kelsey, when Kelsey's playing in transition, get that ball up to her and make her
I've never seen anybody so bouncy.
Like she is unbelievable. And
like,
then when
what
you
is
put
in
her
those shoes?
In screens, it's like, what do you do?
Bouncing all over.
She is moving, she's making the right read, and it's like, listen, and she's scoring.
Finish to the previous season generated growing optimism, and many analysts began viewing the franchise as a legitimate contender heading into 2025, with expectations rising around the league. A major reason for that optimism was Indiana's aggressive roster construction. The additions of accomplished veterans such as Natasha Howard and Dewana Bonner gave the team proven championship experience, defensive versatility, and leadership qualities that many believed could elevate the Fever from playoff hopefuls to serious title contenders. The roster upgrades extended beyond a few headline names.
On the floor, like she's looking to get up, people can be like, listen, I don't need to outlet, because I know once we rebound we're getting it up. But I also think it once again, it's like puts people on their toes, because they're like, whoa, I I need to find Kelsey in transition. I need to find Ari now. Like, we got to find Sophie and Lexi knocking down threes. Like, it's different, but I think everyone is once again finding their own rhythm, and that we just did a great job.
With players such as Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, and Brianna Turner strengthening the rotation, Indiana appeared to have assembled a balanced group that blended veteran experience with a talented young core led by Caitlin Clark, Aliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and Kelsey Mitchell. Clark's development remained one of the biggest reasons for excitement. Her strong finish to the 2024 season suggested she was becoming increasingly comfortable at the professional level, and many believed a full offseason of training could unlock another significant leap in her performance. By this point, even some of Clark's most vocal critics appeared willing to acknowledge the growing potential of the Indiana Fever. When someone who previously questioned a team's outlook begins praising its future, it often signals that something noteworthy is taking shape.
As having more vets on the team, because that's a little different from your first 2 years.
Yeah, no, seriously, I think it's been great. Seriously, it's been a blessing for me. It was crazy. We were just talking to Sid about this on the plane ride over here, and I was like, listen, like, it's great to have you guys because, like, we're young players, and like sometimes we still have that mindset of like, oh my gosh, I need to be perfect. Like, I need to, and having vets like Tosh and Sid, like, honestly, like, I know everyone thinks Sid, like, the comedic person, like, so funny, but I think getting to know Sid and who she is, she's like the best person for any locker room and for all.
Indiana's championship aspirations suddenly appeared more realistic than ever. With star power, depth, veteran leadership, and improving chemistry, the Fever looked capable of competing with any team in the WNBA. She knows
exactly what to say. She knows exactly how to say it, how to be in your ear and just continuously talking to you. And it's just like, it's perfect. I told her, I was like, listen, I hear you talking. Sometimes I'm like trying not to crash out internally, but I promise I'm hearing what you're saying. Like, I really am. And I think just having those vets, like vets that know how to win, but also know how to like tell you, like, you're good. It's a process. The journey. Not every game is going to be great, but keep shooting. Yeah. And I feel like that's like how we've been with each other, is that mindset of like every shot you take.
Excitement around the franchise continued to grow. The contrast between the team's rising momentum and the controversy surrounding Swoopes became increasingly difficult to ignore. Supporters of this viewpoint argue that the situation represents more than a personnel change. They see it as part of a larger shift within the WNBA, where growth, credibility, and the promotion of emerging stars are becoming increasingly important. From that perspective, the league's future belongs to voices that help elevate the game, and true legacies are defined not only by individual accomplishments but also by the ability to support and inspire the next generation.